Hello, my name is Sophia Smith Chillis. I am a student in the School of Education at Liberty University, and today I'd like to talk to you about apps and young users and what the warnings and safeguards are. So, before we begin, just a little background. In today's digital age, children are exposed to tons of social media platforms, and these platforms pose risks such as online predators, exposure to inappropriate content, and cyberbullying. A few of the apps that I'd like to review with you today are the Friended app, Bumble, and Zoomerang. These are some apps that are becoming very popular among school-age children, but they each come with their own challenges. Let's get into that. Children, more specifically young teens, may struggle with managing their privacy online because they are unaware and probably just don't know how to use it. Studies have shown that minors often don't fully understand the settings, therefore, it increases their vulnerability online. Additionally, they have an inability or lack of ability to regulate their interactions and social emotional responses. So, this exposes them to things like cyberbullying. Some of the risks of social media platforms for children include online predators, and exposure to inappropriate content, cyberbullying, and mental health issues. Okay. Another reason that social media is an unsafe space for children is because social media platforms do lack age verification mechanisms. If these were increased, children of younger ages would not be able to even access these platforms. So, children are constantly faced with increasingly found challenges such as cyberbullying, online predators, and mental health issues. We do have information that recent studies have shown that students or children who use apps like Friended, Bumble BFF, Zoomerang, they've reported children having higher issues with things such as anxiety, um, higher issues of reported depression, cyberbullying, negative self esteem, things like that. And this is all due to online platforms. We have negative comments, the desire to have more likes that plays on students' self esteem or children's self esteem. There's also cases that have been reported where children were lured into inappropriate relationships, and even kidnappings have happened. Okay, this is something we really need to get a hold on because these instances are becoming more and more frequent. To get a better handle on this, it is very important to monitor your children's online accesses. Okay? Parental involvement is essential in mitigating the risks that are associated with social media. Studies suggest that active parental monitoring, such as discussing online behaviors, setting clear expectations, and utilizing parental controls can be significant, and they can significantly reduce the chances of our children coming in contact with harmful content, coming in contact with predators, and things of that nature, harmful apps even. Sometimes for parents, it may be challenging to navigate those apps, find out how to utilize the parental controls, which may be different for each app. Okay, to avoid that, there are other outside apps that you could use and download to kind of make it uniform. Okay, but we have to be proactive here. There are apps such as Bark, Custodio, and Aura that assist parents in monitoring their child's online activity. So, Bark uses artificial intelligence to detect risks. The app also provides location alerts. And one of the nice things is that it does have a Bark phone handset that you can utilize. There are links provided at the end of this slideshow to get you to their website for you to learn more about those things. The app Custodio, it filters online content. You have the ability to manage screen time usage. Okay, you can locate family members, not just the child. You can also track calls and messages, and that's a big one. Messages are where predators are actively seeking out children, okay? Lastly, one of the ones that I like is Aura. Aura does filter, block, and monitor your child's activity, okay? It sets screen time limits and tracks their internet usage. And also it covers unlimited kids and unlimited devices. So if you have multiple children and they have phones, iPads, things like that, you are set and secure with knowing that each device is covered with the Aura app. Now I'd like to go over some of the apps that I've been discussing throughout our presentation. Zoomerang, Bumble BFF, and Friended. Okay, the Zoomerang app was originated to make video ads to post on TikTok. So for selling things, actual ads, okay? Their videos can be publicly shared and they focus on likes and dislikes, which can lead to cyberbullying. Cyberbullying, as we know, can affect the mental health and self-esteem of our students. Okay, there is a link provided here where you can go on to their website or download the app and kind of take a look at it for yourself to see what it's about. Children like it because you can make shorts, create videos with music, utilize the filters, which we know children love, and various effects. Okay. However, again, their videos can be publicly shared, which makes them vulnerable to inappropriate comments and unwanted attention. Okay, again, likes and dislikes. These things can lead to cyberbullying, which make children susceptible to mental health issues as well as lower self-esteem. Okay, and now let's take a look at the Bumble BFF app. This app was originally designed for making friends. Seems innocent, right? It allows users to swipe through their profiles of people in their area and connect for friendship as opposed to dating. Okay, so this is why it does seem desirable for children or young teens. It does allow you to find people within your area. This poses a problem for maturity gaps. You may have someone at the age of 10 linking with a person in the area that may be in their 20s. Okay, it provides for an increasing gap of maturity level here. Also, the Bumble BFF app does share location. It is how they are able to find people in your area. So your location and your interests are being shared, which makes children more vulnerable again. Okay, a predator can easily share an interest with a child, making the child interested in the predator unknowingly, and this can then foster inappropriate relationships. Okay. And the last app that I wanted to talk to you about is the Friended app. The Friended app was originally designed to help users connect for emotional support. It offers one-on-one chats and community conversations, and it encourages users to seek advice and share their feelings with their friends, with this community that they've designed. Okay, users are emotionally vulnerable. Again, this app is for emotional support. So most of the users are emotionally vulnerable. They are here for a reason. This app does also lack privacy controls, and it can lead to inappropriate relationships with children again. Okay, the platform's focus on emotional connection can sometimes lead to interactions with older users, and this is obviously inappropriate for children. This app, like many of the rest, does lack privacy controls, potentially exposing children to sensitive information. Yes, they're building a community of support for a specific reason, but not all of their experiences that people have gone through, reasons that they need the emotional support to begin with, may not be child friendly. It may not be something that a child has experienced, okay? And if it's something that they have, it may not be discussed in an age appropriate way. So, one thing that we can say about all of these apps, not limited to just the three we've discussed today, is that conversations are unregulated. The apps allow users to engage in one on one conversations with strangers, whether it's through DMs or video chats. Okay, this can lead to inappropriate conversations, including exploitation by adults who pose as young users. Okay, there's also the privacy risks within these apps. The users share personal information without understanding the risks. Children are not equipped to manage their privacy settings. They have no idea about that. They're looking at it from a vulnerable standpoint, not having the clue that, hey, a potential predator may be out seeking me. Exposing them to data breaches or identity theft is not something that a child is thinking, okay? And then there's emotional harm. There's the potential for emotional manipulation, bullying, cyberbullying, especially since the platforms they encourage um, these friendships, false friendships even, and conversations that might not be age appropriate or that your child may be ready to navigate. So, attached here are some resources from the FBI's website as well as the Attorney General's office. Okay, some of the things that are of concern for them is that predators and cyber criminals often use these platforms to exploit children. They do this by gathering personal information and targeting them through tactics like phishing. Okay, you've heard of the term catfishing, spear phishing. This is exactly how predators are targeting your children. These criminals can misuse data that's shared on social platforms for different reasons, not just to target your children, but also identity theft, extortion, okay, things like that. The FBI does advise parents to monitor their children's social media usage very closely. Encourage your children to talk to you about the dangers and things that they're experiencing online, and you talk to them about potential dangers. That way, they have somewhat of an idea, even if there's not full and complete understanding. Give them key things to look for. Utilize security measures like two-factor authentication, to protect your personal data. Okay, we have no idea sometimes what our children are opening up online. This makes room for data breaching, okay? Use those authenticators. They definitely help. Again, these are some resources that you can look at just for some ideas and ways that you can help protect your children. Please do not hesitate to use them. And there are plenty more things out there. And speaking of the Attorney General office, in case you are wondering who our Attorney General in the state of New York is, her name is Letitia A. James. Her contact information is listed here. Please, if you have questions, do not hesitate to contact them. This is what they are here for. So, friends and family, I urge you, be aware of the dangers of social media apps that are targeting our children. Okay, focusing on these apps, they pose a very high risk for our children. Be mindful that our students, our children, are being exposed to online predators, okay, inappropriate content, cyberbullying, increased mental health issues. and they're unable to manage and regulate their social and emotional interactions. Okay, they are not able to do this on their own. They need our help. They are not knowledgeable of managing online privacy, and it's not something that a child really should have to worry about, but unfortunately in this digital era, this digital age, it's something that we do need to talk to our children about. Okay, we've seen there's been reported spikes in anxiety, depression, and low self-esteem, and it's concerning. We have to intervene. Parents, I know that it may be challenging. The use of technology may be intimidating, but please utilize your resources. That's what they are there for. Okay, we did review a few apps that you can use and download on your children's devices, and as well as yours. Bark, Custodio, Aura. Okay, these things help. Again, that is what they're there for. Thank you so much for tuning in to the presentation of apps and young users and what their warnings and safeguards are. There are some resources listed here. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to send me an email. I do respond to them. Thank you so much and have a great rest of your day.